Great morning, holy brothers and sisters! For the 12th of Kislev in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson is called Leveling Levels. The way to attain holy boldness is through joy, for the main source of a person's boldness and unremitting determination to draw close to God's service is happiness and joy. As in the verse, rejoicing in God is our strength, our boldness. Nehemiah 8:10. When we are happy and enthusiastically excited about something, our commitment with real unwavering determination becomes so much stronger. The way to attain joy is through Torah and prayer, which correspond respectively to we will do, which is the concept of revealed, and we will hear, which is the concept of hidden, as our sages taught, an everlasting joy upon their heads. Yeshaya 51:11. This refers to the two crowns that were placed on the head of each and every Jew at the time they proclaimed about the Torah, we will do and we will hear. Shemos 24:7, Shabbos 88a. Now, each person has his own individual level of revealed and hidden of Torah and prayer, and each person must constantly ascend from level to level and from spiritual world to spiritual world so that he repeatedly merits to attain the next highest level of we will do and we will hear. In other words, a person must constantly make his level of we will hear, his hidden, his prayer, his words of Torah which accompany each mitzvah and with which he does not know how to serve God, his God's Torah, as alluded to in the verse, the hidden things are the Lord our God's, Devarim 29:28, into his we will do, his revealed, his Torah, his Torah, as opposed to his God's Torah. At that point, when he has made that which was hidden revealed, he has attained a higher level of we will hear, a higher level of things that are hidden from him. We have to own it by internalizing what we learn and live it. For when a person rises up to the next higher level, what was once his we will hear becomes his we will do, and then he receives another higher level of we will hear. This process repeats itself continually as he ascends from level to level. A person must study Torah and pray to God a great deal until God reveals to him what is hidden from him, and the hidden becomes revealed. Afterward, he must pray more until the next higher level of hidden also becomes revealed to him. In this way, at all times, a person should move from level to level, higher and higher, constantly beseeching God to allow him to grasp the next highest level of hidden until he arrives at the starting point of creation, which is the beginning of the supernal world of Atzilus, nearness. There too, these levels of we will do and we will hear exist. However, the level of we will do that exists there is God's Torah in the absolute sense. For in every world and on every level, the God's Torah that is present there is called this only in a relative sense. Only because it is hidden from the person it is called God's Torah. But when a person reaches the next higher level, what was God's Torah then becomes his Torah. But the level of we will hear at the beginning of Atzilus is actually God's Torah, since at that point there is nothing higher, only what is literally God's Torah. Afterward, the person will be included in the infinite, and then his we will do will literally be God's Torah, and his we will hear will be God's prayer. Thus the person's his Torah will literally be God's Torah, and his prayer will literally be God's prayer. Indeed, there is such a thing as God's Torah, as our sages of blessed memory stated, I fulfilled it, i.e. the Torah first. Yerushalmi, Bikurim 3:3. Likewise, there is also such a thing as God's prayer, as our sages of blessed memory stated, how do we know that the Holy One prays? Because it is written, I will make them joyful in my house of prayer. Yeshaya 56:7, Barachos 6a. By moving from level to level, a person attains joy. Our ultimate goal is making everything of ours God's, and making everything of God's ours in oneness. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.